How to set up for a painting project and clean up when you're finished. This is the painting center. You will need one of these containers. It contains one palette knife for mixing paint, one snack tray to place your paint onto, one yogurt container to put water in if you want water at your table. You also will need to collect brushes from Miss Vian. Open up the container and place the paint tray on the counter. Inside the cabinet, you will find tempera paint on the top shelf and acrylic paint on the bottom shelf. Decide which paint you want to use and choose the colors you need. Place small amounts of the colors into your snack tray while it's on the counter. Return the paint to the appropriate shelf and shut the cabinet. Now it's time to collect your brushes from Miss Vian. You can choose 3. Place all your materials on your spot on your table. I've grabbed my drawing that's ready to be painted. And now I'm going to take my palette knife and mix up the colors that I'm going to need for this project. I've mixed all my colors and I'm ready to do my painting. When my painting is finished, if it's very small, I can place it on the shelves to dry. If it's larger, I can place it on the drying rack by the door. When you're ready to clean up, place your paint tray into the garbage can. Then you're ready to wash your materials. Go to the sink, rinse out your brushes, wash off your palette knife, and clean your water container if you've used it. Place the water container and the palette knife back into the large container and bring it to Miss Vian with your clean brushes. She will check to make sure they are clean and refill the container with a new snack tray. Next, you need to wash your table. Grab a sponge out of the basket, put it under the water, and squeeze the excess water out. Sometimes it's helpful to squish it along the edge of the sink to get a lot more water out. I brought my sponge over to my table and I'm wiping it down to remove the paint that I got on the table. This is my first wash, so now I'm going to flip my sponge over to the clean side and rub it again. Sometimes I even use the edges if there's extra paint still left on the table. You might even need to go back to the sink, rinse out your sponge, and wash your table again. Once your table is clean, go back to the sink and run your sponge under the water. It should run until every time you squeeze it, the water is not the color of your paint anymore. I'm rinsing it one more time, and when I squeeze it, the water coming out will be clear. That's how I know I'm done. Then I'm going to squish it on the side to get all the water out that I can before putting it back into the basket.